Alright folks, today I'm out shooting my Remington 700 243 and the M1A. I have loaded up 20 shells for both of them pretty much. The M1A's missing one, and I am testing out some reloads here. Alright, so the first 5 for the 243. Let me get the 308s out of the way here. We're not to the M1A yet. For the 243 Remington 700, I'm going to shoot 5 100 grain SBT Sierra bullets, Sierra boat tail bullets, with 33 grains of varget powder. Now this was the first load we ever made for the 243 when I got it back in like late 2013. So here we go. We'll see what happens here, how this group performs. Two. Well, that one did. It could have done better. Alright, I'll try 5 of the 80 grain bullets, and these are loaded with 37 grains of varget. Alright, upper left hand corner with the 80 grainers. The 100 grainers were bottom right, just for reference. There it is. I'm starting to get my barrel mirage. Huh. I'm surprised them did better than the 100 grainers. Well, anyway, we'll let it cool, and then my dad will shoot 10. He'll shoot 5 of the 100s and then 5 of the 80s, and then we'll switch over to the M1A.
You can kill a deer with it.
Alright, we're shooting the M1A. And now, on the M14, we're on a single shot these 168 grain ELDs. We're going to single shot them. That way we can get better consistency and actually see what the load itself is doing to the rifle. Alright. See how convenient that is? You just place it in there and then let the bolt go home. I'm going to shoot these in the middle, the first 5. All right. I'd forgot. We should have brought some factory ammo because that barrel was completely clean again. So they're opening up a little bit. I was wondering, I was like, where are these opening up? I had completely cleaned the barrel. I should have brought some XM80C to run through it beforehand. Yeah, them opened up. Alright, so let me try 5 more.
My turn.
Okay. Alright, he shoots 5 and then I'll shoot another 5. Alright, this is the next day. We got home last night and I got tired and couldn't finish the video. So this is the Remington 700 ADL 243's target, and this is the M1A's target. So I'm doing it here in the kitchen. Yeah, there's backyard. Doing it here in the kitchen because we sprayed Raid in the gun room because we've been having a bad ant infestation back there. So, you know, we're letting the Raid do its thing, and I decided it would be better if I did it up here in the fresh air and didn't spend too much time back there in that Raid, because it was pretty stinky last night and it is kind of still smelly today, and I'm not wanting to breathe in all that crap while I, you know, do a video here. So figured, you know, do it in the kitchen. A lot more table space here to do both targets at one time. Let's begin. Alright, so we did the Remington 700 ADL 243 first, and we loaded up 2 different lots of ammo. We loaded 100 grain bullets with 33 grains of Varget and 80 grain bullets with 37 grains of IMR 4895, just to see which of the 2 would group better. Because in the past my Remington 700 has liked 100 grain bullets. But we've been having a lot of accuracy issues with the 243 here. The past, well, year, I should say. So we're basically starting over from the beginning with it. Just going back through redoing all the hand loads. Basically starting back over from square one with Remington 700. Okay, so I shot a 5-shot group of 100 grain, 33 Varget bullets. 100 grain bullet, 33 grains of Varget, and it came out to be 2.25 MOA. And then I shot a 5-round group of 80 grain bullets with 37 grains of IMR 4895, and that came out to be a 1.75 MOA group. And then my dad shot my Remington 700, and he shot the 100 grains, 33 grains of Varget, and it came out to be a 1.75 with it too. And notice the consistency with the 100 grainers. It's got 2 here on the sides and then 1 in the middle. It did that with him too. And then he shot 5 rounds of 80 grain bullets with 37 IMR, or 37 grains of IMR 4895, and it came out to be a 1.50. So the 80 grainers appear to have been shooting just a bit tighter, even though this group here with the 80 grainers and this group here with the 100 grainers were exactly the same. Then over here to the M1A. The M1A I've been noticing with it that it needs about 10 rounds through it, because I cleaned it back down to the bare rifling. So about 10 rounds for it to get dirtied up. What you doing, doggy? My dog's rubbing my leg. Alright, this is my first group. Now this is a 168 grain ELD match bullet on the SSA nodular brass with a Federal 210 primer and a 42 grain Varget, 42 grains of Varget powder. So my first group, 5 shots, was 2.50. My dad shot here, and it came out to be 3.25. Now it started tightening up right there, but it flew on one. And I shot the third group, and it came in to be 1.50, 5-shot group. And then my dad shot this on the fourth group, and it was a 3.50, and he admitted to pulling that one. He said he moved right when he pulled the trigger. But notice how it started coming in there by the third group. It was getting tighter. And if he hadn't moved, I bet this fourth bullet would have been up in here somewhere. So that tells me on my M1A with this 168 grain ELD bullet that all we need to do now is play with the powder and either, you know, go up like 42.1 grains or come down to 41 grains of Varget. So that's been my toying with the reloads for my 2 centerfire 308, you know, cartridge based rifles. You know, you got the 308 M1A, and then you've got the 243. That's, you know, the 243 is based on the 308 cartridge. The 308's the parent cartridge to 243 Winchester. So still got a lot of playing yet to do with them. The M1A, I have a lot of confidence and faith in that ELD bullet, because I mean that right there is pretty good in my book. I mean you know, that's a 1.50 MOA group. That's pretty good for the M1A in my opinion. I've got them tighter than that though with the AMAX, but the AMAX is starting to they're starting to phase it out. The AMAX bullet Hornady is. So I'm just trying out the ELD, and I'll probably go up or down in the powder on the M1A with its reloads. And then the 243, I honestly think that 80 grain bullet shows a little bit more promise, but I need to do some more work with it. I need to get a better trigger with it and better scope rings, and just shoot it a little bit more, because the 243 Remington 700, I've had it longer than the M1A, but when the M1A came around, we focused on it the most, because we was, for one, we'd had the 243 shooting as good as we had needed it at that time, and working with the M1A and getting a group with it was a priority, because you got that big 308 semi-auto, and a lot of the problem with the M1A came with putting the scope on it. Not to mention had other big things happen, like family related medical problems and stuff. I'm not going to go into details, but that took up a lot of time and reloading, and it was basically just like kind of like our reloading came to a stop for a whole year there in between. So now, and then you throw in the moving, and had to move to a whole new other home and stuff like that, and now we're finally getting in a area where we're able to just sit down and work on them and stay working on them, and hopefully nothing big will come up that will take up our time. And I just filmed this primarily for the people who might find this interesting. I'm just showing my reloads. This really has no basis on, like testing, because each rifle is different. What may work for my M1A and my Remington 700 ADL 243 may not work in somebody else's. They're all different. The guns are all they're all individuals on their own. So yeah, no, that is what it is. But I just figured I'd show this to, you know, let you guys see my progress and stuff. Anyway, this has been Plisken by 51mm, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.